Good afternoon, Independence. Welcome back to your weekly Friday announcements. I'm Kanan Duggar.
And I'm Zach Fulkerson. It's great to have you all with us today. Now we're going to jump right into this week's episode of the Independence News. We're glad to see that you all made it through Tuesday's stormpocalypse. However, the dangerous weather did cause a few cancellations for afternoon activities. Club photos have been rescheduled to Tuesday of next week, and all other rescheduled event dates are to be determined.
Today in Black History, in 1990, Columbia University graduate and Harvard Law student Barack Obama became the first African-American named president of the Harvard Law Review.
Boys and girls, the beard is back. This week's Back in My Day segment features our very own Coach Carter.
I graduated in 1984, which was approximately, I think, 31 years ago. First of all, you had the 80s music that was really popular at the time, and then you had really popular music was the disco era. A lot of you may not be familiar with that unless you're my age. Also groups that were popular were groups like Wings, the Eagles, of course, J. Geils Band. You had also a lot of popular country stars at that time. You had Tammy Wynette, Dolly Parton, Randy Travis. Those guys were really popular at that time. I played sports in high school. I was a football player and also ran track. I actually threw the shot put in the discus, but I was on the track team. As you can see, I didn't actually run. I went to school at Western Kentucky University. Out of high school, I was an All-American in football. And then out of high school, I received a full football scholarship to Western Kentucky University, WKU. Went there for 4 years, graduated, and one of the few, I'm not gonna say few athletes, but at the time, a lot of athletes weren't graduating and it wasn't mandated that they did like the rules are now. Graduated, and then I worked on my master's degree at Western for a little while and got tired of going to school and not having any money. So in 1989, I joined the Chattanooga Police Department and realized that I still didn't have any money because they weren't paying that much back then anyway. In '89, the average salary in 1989 for a police officer in Chattanooga, Tennessee was $17,500 a year. I retired from the Chattanooga Police Department in 2015, and now this is where I am at Independence High School. So that's about kind of in a nutshell my story of where I started and graduated in high school in 1984, and now it is 2016, and I will be 50 this summer. Thank you very much for your time, and Godspeed.
Seniors, if you are interested in the senior quote, stop by D214 and ask Ms. Hamilton for an order form. They are only $3 and they need to be turned in by March 11th. Your senior quote can be anything as long as it's school appropriate.
The Coming Home Court will be presented tonight during halftime of the boys basketball game. The Coming Home Dance will follow the game from 9 to 11. Tickets are $5 at the door. If you didn't get a chance to take that special someone to the dance, be sure to give them a candygram next week for Valentine's Day. Here's a sweet little treat about Valentine's Day candygrams.
Is there a friend you care for a lot? Do you have a special sweetheart in your life? Is there someone you want to get to know someday? Well, Valentine's Day is just around the corner, and that means IHS is bringing back the candygrams. Candygrams are when you can send a special note to that certain someone in your life. Also provide them with a special treat, such as a crushed strawberry soda, a rose, or a bag of candy. Note that you need the full name of the person, their study hall if they have one. If they do not, then you need to notify the Candygram hosts. Everyone has a heart, so why not show yours for the one that you love?
The next Latin Club meeting will be next Monday, February 8th after school in Miss Peters' room, B115, until 3:20. We will be learning how the ancient Romans celebrated Valentine's Day. PSAT results are in. If you took the PSAT in October, please come by the Counseling Center to pick up your score report.
Mr. Finley's astronomy class did an exciting lab recently along with their study of comets. Here's a closer look at all the excitement.
Our astronomy classes, we created comets, which is a fun thing to do. You get the dry ice and all the components, the things that make up a comet. You have to shape it into a comet, and then you watch it basically fall apart as it heats up. And it's a good fun way of experiencing something that you could never experience on Earth. We can't go catch a comet, as awesome as that would be, so instead we bring the pieces here and we build it ourselves, which is kind of fun.
The state is old news, wrap me in your arms. I can't feel it, but
Cheerleading tryouts for next year's sports are coming up sooner than you think. There's an informational meeting for anyone interested in trying out for football varsity, basketball varsity, or JV cheerleading at 5 p.m. in the library on Tuesday, February 9th. This meeting is for parents and cheerleaders.
The IHS DECA Club has set a new high mark for number of qualifiers for the state competition. This year, 30 students advance out of the regional competition and will compete at state on March 3rd to 5th at Opera Highland Hotel. Congratulations to the following students.
Was that all of them?
I think there's one more.
Is that it? Okay. Now it's time for this week's Sports Spotlight. This week was an important week for some of our independent senior athletes and their futures.
A total of 8 student athletes signed with their future colleges, and we were able to catch up with a couple of them.
It's the obvious reason why Michigan.
Why Michigan? I'd say we have a great coaching staff down there. I love Harbaugh. I really got to build, the time I had, I got to build a great relationship with him. I felt comfortable with the players going down there. When I was down there, I said it was a gut feeling. And after my other officials, I just didn't feel the same. I felt a certain way about Michigan. That's why I chose it.
Okay, first we have soccer, Connor Delgado and Kevin Pierce.
I'm very excited to go to Trevecca. I love the coach. I love the coaching staff. The facilities are amazing. I'm really excited to go there, and I can't wait to be there with Tyler Delgado and play with him. I've been playing with him since I was like 12 years old. We grew up together, so I'm really excited to meet the team. It'll be great.
I'm most excited for UTC to get to play Division I soccer at a higher level and just play with my friend Sarah, and I love the coaching staff and the campus is gorgeous and I'm really excited.
I'm just super excited to play for UTC and play with Amber and go to the school where my brother's going and go Mocs.
She had 73 saves this year and only gave up 13 goals, which is the best all-time in terms of our goalkeepers. Her goals against average at .811 is the highest at Independence, both career and in a season. And her 84.9% saves is highest as well, both season and career.
I'm mostly excited about meeting new people, and I love Texas, so I'm super excited about being in Houston all 4 years, and I'm really excited about the academics because it's very go Owls.
For football, it's Kyle Schroeder. Give it up, please.
I'm really excited to go play at MTSU. You know, obviously play college football is a dream of mine since I was little, so it's gonna be pretty great.
I'm very excited to go to Maryville. I love the coaches there, and I know it's just going to be great. I'm looking forward to meeting new people and making new friends, and I'm just very excited. Go Scots!
Congrats to all our student athletes, and we want to wish you luck on your futures.
The boys basketball team plans to finish off a strong season with one of the best records in the state, and the girls plan to gain momentum going into districts.
We talked to Coach White about our young team and her plans for districts.
This season we've really we gotten better at blocking out. Rebounding has really taken a positive turn for us. We've really cut down our turnovers. We were averaging close to 20 turnovers a game early back in November, and now it's January, and we average between 10 and 12. So really improved on ball handling and rebounding. Right now, we've got a lot of really close games. Unfortunately, a lot of times we fall just a point or two short. But every coach will tell you once tournament season starts, it's a whole nother season. Everybody goes in the same record. So we're looking forward to tonight's game against a really good Dixon County team. Just kind of use it as a measuring stick going into our last 3 games next week, and then we'll get seeded and see what happens.
Come out to the game tonight as we take on Dixon County. Girls at 6 and guys right after.
I got a new world in my view. Lord, my journey I pursue. I said I'm running to the city. I got the new world. I got the new world in my view. Lord, my journey I pursue. Lord, I'm running to the city. I got the new world in my view.
They ain't got no muscle, no hustle, no backbone. I stand alone, not tripping. Just saying, I'm different. Ain't hanging on to the coattails of the next man. Passport in my left hand, thinking that you are next. Heck, though you ain't holding your breath, man. Cause I'm out here, I'm hungry. I don't play around, trust me. Ain't had as much drive since my Honda Civic got rusty, and my girl said that she loved me. It's funny, just thinking back. Study hard for that 9 to 5, like I thought that should be good, but that it was dreaming, still dreaming. Spotlight on me like Willie Bean, still performing like Al Pacino. Instagram and tuxedos with my peoples. We growing up, still don't seem like we slowing up. 10 squad, we throwing up every time that we showing up. Get it while I'm living.
Well, Indy, like always, it's been a pleasure.
We'll see you all next week. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Okay.